Good morning. It's Monday morning and quite a cold one this morning. Yeah, hubby left 6 o'clock this morning. We did have a little bit of snow last night, so he's gone a little bit early because obviously the road's not used that much early hours of the morning, so it does take, I've said this before, first of all, our street, to get out of our street is a slope, then it forks off into very steep roads. It is a bus route, but the last time they didn't grit. This was forecast, very light snow overnight, forecast snow today, so we shall see. I've asked hubby just to either text or phone me as soon as he's got to work. So don't be surprised if I have to briefly pause this because I do film mostly on my phone, just to see what car my son's going to take this morning. It depends on the roads. Right, first of all I want to send wishes to Julie. I hope she doesn't mind me mentioning it. I know she messaged me on my previous video saying she's not been well, so I'm hoping that you're feeling a lot better. She does say that she's on the mend, so I'm just giving you a little bit of a shout out. I hope you don't mind. I might you know, in between some of these videos start giving shout outs because I know some of you are still sort of reviewing, decluttering, organising your homes, which is brilliant. Just the fact that I haven't actually been sharing a lot of it, I am still doing that each day. I still haven't got my Valentine's card done. I was supposed to have done that a couple of videos ago, so whether I get that done today, I'm hoping so. I know last night the guys got my Valentine's decor box down. I think I haven't got much. I haven't even looked in it. I sort of said to them about 8:45 last night. I said, oh, you didn't get my Valentine's box down, did you? It was the one thing I asked. I said, oh no, we're going to, and they did it straight away. So I hadn't even looked at it. So I think I probably did get rid of quite a lot of stuff last year. Excuse me. So yeah, I've got my sleeping bag here because, you know, it's a bit chilly. I just want to be snug. I do have my Disney mug here, look, before coffee, that my eldest son and daughter-in-law and granddaughter bought me for my birthday after coffee. Yeah, so yeah, so it is cold. Got heating on. I have actually got my tumble dryer on first this morning because my son's work clothes weren't quite dry, so I've put that back on. Sorry about that. That was hubby ringing me. I had it on silent, so I'm hoping I forgot to put the volume up, but never mind, so this should be okay. I'm being a bit quieter due to the fact that our son's still in bed. I'll have to get him up soon actually. It turns out the road's not too bad. I should say the street is a little bit iffy, but one of the main roads, like I said, forks off the bus route and the dual carriageways looks like it's been gritted, so I think I might just take it a little bit easier, especially this morning, maybe all day, so I'm not sure how interesting the day going to be today. I might get that Valentine's card done because I can sit and do that. I've got my Valentine's box up. I was supposed to be doing housework this morning because except for my basics over the weekend, I didn't really get any cleaning done. I was going to with the guys here. I was going to get the games room done. Sorry if I'm fidgeting a little bit. That's just how I feel this morning. I'm hoping to, you know, chill out a little bit. I've got my, I think this was only £2. This is just a large fleece I got from Pep & Co. Quite, not, I don't think it was last year, I think it was the year before. And it's quite a long one to go down over my leggings, so yeah, so I'm just nice and snug, and I've got a long sleeve top under this as well, so I'm layered. But yeah, now there was something I was going to say. Oh yeah, I did have quite a positive reaction to my previous meals. Before anybody said, that is over just over a week. I will say this on this one, so I'm hoping whoever's watched that when they're watching this one, I think one of the meals that I got out of order, but I do apologise because I wanted to get that done due to the fact I didn't want to delete the photographs or the video. I think it was mostly video, wasn't it, this time, off of my phone, because I've done that before when I was going to do one of these meals, and then of course I started deleting all my videos and photographs, and then realised I deleted my food, so that's why I hadn't done one earlier. Now, I tried my hardest, and yeah, when I come back, it didn't look as though we had a lot of vegetables, but we had a lot of fruit in between, which I didn't actually put. I'm going to try the next one that I do for 7 days, is try and get a little bit more in there. And I didn't actually say about all my, you know, lunches and everything when I was on my own. That's mostly evening. But as I said, it was a little bit different. There was a couple of, like the bagels and everything, and the soup and everything, because the guys being back home all weekend, we did have sort of main meal at lunchtime, and then the more of the lighter lunch or whatever in the evening. Like we had soup, did the sandwich, and we had bagels, because I tried to get away from sandwiches, because bless their hearts, I suppose it's like a lot of you that work have sandwiches most of the week, because they are working, they do leave the home, they do work, you know, out of the home sort of thing, so they do take sandwiches. And the reason they do that, it's got to be quick sometimes, especially when our son doesn't have proper breaks, especially if they're busy. Hubby does, but again, you know, if they have a delivery or something, you know, break, that's it, they have to sort the delivery out and have their break when they can, sort of attitude. But my hubby has buzzers go, just because it's within a factory, so it's not a large factory, but still, yeah, I'm getting a bit off here at night. So I wanted to, the meals that I did this time, I say it was just, I think, over a week, and I did actually video every day. I'm going to say every night, because that's when I mostly did it. And yes, it might be a bit abrupt, and I do apologise for that. That's due to the fact that didn't want dinners to get cold. I used to most of the time give them theirs, then have mine. If it looked a small portion, it was bound to be mine. Because I feel as though they are night eaters, except I did have lunch over the weekend, but then I had to bless them, they got the munches at night, so yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, we do very often have the same sort of meals every week. I try and change them up a little bit, but I think someone commented on this as well. I haven't actually answered those comments, but I quickly looked at them, you know, just before I came on, just to see what was coming up in case, because I thought, well, no, there's not a lot of vegetables there, but we did have a lot of fruit, and we had a lot of salad stuff. This week I'm concentrating more on putting vegetables, hopefully this week, and I will try and do maybe 7 days of meals. But what I'm saying is, a lot of the meals will be repetitive, and that's why I don't do a lot of these. I know what my family eat. If all this COVID and everything wasn't going on, and I did this previously, but I never videoed, this is mainly before I started YouTube, I did occasionally try 1 or 2 different meals a week, or something different, due to the fact that I know what my family eat, and I'm thinking, I know it's not nice, but if you spend that extra money and all that time, and this has happened to me, and done a meal, and then you're not keen on it, or you've got to force it down, or nobody enjoys it, it's a little bit heartbreaking. What I try and do is find sometimes a recipe, or pieces I've already normally cooked, do you know what I mean, and just maybe change them up a little bit or add something, if that makes sense. Add something into that meal, so it might not be the full meal change, but there might be something different in there. And I didn't realise how much cheese coleslaw we get in a week. Yeah. And salad stuff, even though we've got, you know, cold weather, we've got snow, as I said this morning, and we ended up having, but if you notice, that salad stuff was within hot meals. So we've got plenty of soups and everything. Yeah, sometimes at weekends, especially before our son worked, you know, at weekends, especially on a Sunday, I used to do a, might sound funny, I used to do a 3-course dinner. Not big portions, but I used to do a soup, then I used to do a main meal, a bit smaller, and a dessert. And I used to love it. I used to take so much pride in my cooking, and I used to do all my pastry by scratch. Even though I was working, I used to do a lot of things, cakes, pastry, the lot. I used to do it all from scratch. I put my hands up and say, I've got a lazy cook. I tried to present it a little bit better, and I've said this before on another video, not trying to be too fuddy-duddy, giving them, and they laugh at me because they know for a fact we've been watching Gordon Ramsay. And I've brought this up a number of times, you know. The only thing is, depending on how people feel, whether we eat at the table, dare I say it, on lap trays. The guys, I must admit, and I put my hands up again, they do like to eat in the lounge, especially if it gets late. This is the problem with meals as well, and I feel as though, you know, because sometimes I have to prepare the meal quite early, but we do eat a lot later than what we normally do. This has been happening for, I would say, over 2 years now. With their work schedules, I don't want to warm food up in the microwave, so consequently is sometimes I'll have a little bit of a snack than a smaller portion when they come in, due to the fact dinner does get late. On one occasion, it got to about 8:30, 8:45 before dinner was actually set in front of them, and really truly that is far too late. I used to always have a meal between 5 and 5, so I tend to eat just a little bit about that time, but I then have my main meal with the guys. And one of the things I've tried not to do, unless it's extreme, is cook everything, you know, sort of fresh, not warmed up. I know it's out the freezer and everything, but you know what I mean. So, you know, we do sit down for a meal and we do chat, but I have actually said a bit, you know, wary about putting Gordon Ramsay on while we're eating. Do I dare say any more if you've watched it, or any cooking programs or something to that extent, where, you know, we've watched Kitchen Nightmares and Hell's Kitchen, you know, some of the things that have happened on there. Not pleasant when you're eating. So, yeah. Me and hubby are watching Scorpion again. That's something in between. So we normally have a series or something that we watch when our son comes in, you know, if he's not up in his games room stroke lounge, and then we've got something me and hubby tend to watch. I do like a lot of murder mysteries. Nothing that's really, dare I say, violent. I've brought this up before, that I know on the movie channels in the afternoons or whatever. I usually have them on my planner, some of the lighter ones, and in the past I've liked Murder, She Wrote, and Poirot, is that how you pronounce it? I watched some of his over Christmas. There's the Garage Mysteries, and, you know, what's the other one about, she's a librarian, isn't she? And she has the murder mystery club thing, you know, and she gets on the chief's nurse and things like that. That's pretty good. It'll probably come to me if I remember. I might put it down here. Do you know what I mean? I've also watched the Lots Letters Stroke, you know, Signed, Delivered. What was it? I got it right in a minute. Sealed, Signed and Delivered, because they have two titles on two different channels, and I've liked those, and I did a little while ago managed to see the pilot because it came up, and I like those, you know, quite easy movie, especially for an afternoon if I'm doing something not too complicated. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, most of it you can tell who is going to you know, do the murder. The Gourmet Detective, yeah, that's the other one I've been watching. Yeah, there's a few, and there's a couple more as well that I've sort of been watching. Some of them I've watched before, but I've still put them on. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm rabbiting too long. I do apologise, but I haven't sat down and done one of these chats for a while. But as I said, I wanted to come on and just fill you in, and I'll consider the meal one. As I said, I don't know if it's going to be exciting because we do tend to eat the same sort of foods. It's presentation, taking that little bit of thought. You know, those little chip baskets, and then they go, just, you know, tip it out and things like that. But there you are. It's because we don't get out, you know what I mean, and things like that. So I do try and present them. I'm really, the only meal we didn't have in the last 7 days was, I didn't put the slow cooker on, which that will be happening this week, because I've got some stewing beef and everything. So yeah, I want to do the slow cooker probably this week, and you know, maybe get away from the salad a bit and put more vegetables in. As I said, normally we eat more vegetables than what I did, but that's something I'm going to address this week. We've got bangers and mash. Although I haven't done a toad in the hole for so long, I've cheated with my Yorkshires roasted. Like I said, because dinners get so late now in the evening, it just I'm getting a lazy cook, I must admit. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here. This might be a separate video, I think, from whatever I do the rest of the day. But I'm hoping you're all well, and I'll be doing some more shout outs of your reviewing, decluttering and organising. Pat on the back for getting that done. I know it's hard to get rid of stuff. As I say, I've got stuff in the sheds and everything. The guys were supposed to go to the tip over the weekend, but for whatever reason, you know, I do feel a bit drained this morning, but yeah, otherwise I'm not too bad. So hopefully you've enjoyed this natter. Sorry I may have gone on a bit, but have a good day. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.